What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with Will Leahey. What's happening, Will?
And did you see number one golfer in the world, Scotty Scheffler, just got arrested going to an event? I'm told the cop heard that he shot an eagle yesterday.
Scheffler's got to be one of the nicest dudes in sports. I don't get it. It would be like me getting arrested.
Well, if they found that you got locked up in your crib, Ninja, they'd send a task force.
If they heard half of our shows, they might actually come in and get me. I'm going to start with our whip around the league. Jose Quintana had 4 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had no walks. He had these sinkers, including this one at the knees, this curveball, and changeup. And he faced Ty Walker, who had 1 K in 3 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this painted fastball.
Ninja, why didn't he pitch 3 1/3 innings?
Because he took a ball off his foot. That's why. Hopefully it'll be better. I like Ty Walker. Zach Littell had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had these fastballs, including this elevated fastball for a sword. And he faced Cooper Criswell, who had 3 Ks in 3 2/3 innings, giving up 3 earned runs. He had this cutter and changeup. Tyler Glasnow had 8 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs. I will say this was a very un-Glasnow-like outing. I didn't think he had anything, and he still struck out 8 hitters, but he gave up 4 runs. He had these fastballs, these curveballs, picked up a sword, had this slider at the top of the zone, and this one, got a wild pitch, strikeout, scored a run, pretty much symbolic of his whole day. He just never seemed to be in sync to me. Definitely an off night for Tyler Glasnow. Still a good-looking dude. Jared Jones had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. His ERA this year is now 2.89. He dominated all game with his sliders. He had 15 whiffs this game. Every single one of them were on his sliders. He had a 40% whiff rate on his slider. No whiffs on his fastball. And this man throws 99 miles an hour with an electric fastball. But he knew that the Cubs were going to be sitting on the fastball, so they switched it up, threw a ton of sliders. It was really successful for him in terms of getting whiffs. He faced Justin Steele, who had 7 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs. He had these dirty fastballs, as well as these sliders, and picked up this Viagra sword because this was about as flaccid a sword as you could ever see. Christian Javier had 8 Ks in 6 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits. He had these sliders and changeups, looked really good. He faced Joey Estes, who had 4 Ks in 3 2/3 innings, giving up 8 runs. He had this elevated fastball and slider. Joe Ryan had 5 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 4 runs. Ryan had these nasty splitters and had 11 swings and misses this game. 4 of them were on a splitter. And he faced yesterday's filthiest starting pitcher of the day, Clarke Schmidt. Clarke Schmidt had 8 Ks in 6 scoreless innings, giving up only 3 hits. His ERA right now is 2.49, yet he is nowhere to be seen on the Cy Young odds list. I think he's plus 8,000 or something like that.
Yeah, he's in 22nd, Ninja, at plus 8,000.
What do you want him to do? He's just been pitching great. For some reason, he just doesn't stand out. And I always thought he was like Michael King's weaker brother, but he's turning out to be a freaking stud on that Yankees team. He had these wicked cutters and knuckle curves. I thought his knuckle curve was great yesterday. Here's an overlay of his 2-seamer knuckle curve, and you can see why you would swing at this. Do it a lot with 2 strikes. Tunnels really well with his fastball. Just as you're getting ready to swing, thing disappears. He had 10 swings and misses on his cutter yesterday, 6 on his knuckle curves, 16 total whiffs. Great outing from Clarke Schmidt. Now to my filthiest relievers. Jason Adam had this 90-mile-an-hour changeup. David Bednar had this painted fastball. Brendan Bernardino had this sinker. Aroldis Chapman had these fastballs. Garrett Clevenger had this slider and sweeper. Nick Martinez had these changeups and cutter. Justin Slayton had this curveball for a sword, this sweeper, and fastball at the knees. He looked really good. Matt Strom had this fastball and slider. And don't look now, but Matt Strom has a .06 FIP. He has 29 Ks in 18 innings, giving up only 1 walk, and has a 1 ERA. Pretty good for somebody that you probably don't follow. Tyson Miller had this sweeper, and Hayden Wesneski had these sweepers. In college action, Hagen Smith had 14 strikeouts in 6 innings yesterday. His ERA this year is now 1.52. I believe he's 9-0 with 150 strikeouts in 77 innings, and opponents are only hitting 135 against him. He topped out at 100 miles an hour this game. Just electric stuff. And it's either going to be him or Chase Burns as the first college pitcher off the board, I'm guessing, in the draft. He is freaking electric. Dominant stuff from this big lefty. And in minor league action, I think this happened 2 days ago, but we've got to take notice. Reynaldo Yean hit 104 miles an hour for the Dodgers. His nickname is the Monster, and holy this dude is a monster. 104, and then followed up with 103. He has 19 Ks in 10 2/3 innings this year. Opponents are batting .059 against him. He's only walked 5 hitters. He's listed at 6'4", 190. That 190 is complete bullshit. That dude is bigger than 190 if he's 6'4". Come on. Anyway, keep your eye on the monster. Top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, we have Justin Steele's Viagra Sword. Number 4, Emilio Pagan had this nasty splitter. And number 3, Orion Kerkering with these 99-mile-an-hour heaters and this CGI-looking 95-mile-an-hour two-seamer that ran 19 inches. Dude can throw flames, and that's not even his best pitch. His best pitch is a sweeper. At number 2, we have Clarke Schmidt's knuckle curve. And at number 1, I've got to give it to Jared Jones. Anytime you have 15 whiffs on one pitch and none on any of your other pitches, you, my sir, your slider, filthiest pitch of the day. And now, my pitching ninja moment of Zen. The Philly Fanatic must have the same HR department as Pitching Ninja does. Isn't that right, Will?
Somebody help me.
Somebody want to call security, please.
HR.
My picks of the day today are a 4-leg same-game parlay plus. I'm going to start out with a same-game parlay of Christian Scott for 5Ks or more and Jesus Luzardo for 5Ks or more. And then I'm going to add in Tarek Skubal for 6Ks or more and top it off with Paul Skeens for 7Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?